This is shall I say it's an old song? Let's make it called an old song. Well, this song is the Buffalo Gals. It's composed by myself, Mr. George Graham, on March the 9th in 1936 in San Jose, California. Push on your brake and stop your car and listen to my old guitar. My song is to the Northern Star and the Buffalo Gals at Nome. The Buffalo Gals a sweet refrain, I'll strum, strum, strum my music playing. The call of the North where the gold is gained, where they dance by the light of the moon. An Irish lad had crossed the foam, he left his home and bound for Nome, like a hungry hound that smells a bone, to see them Buffalo Gals. He never stopped for ice or cold, this mushing Irish hero bold. He only dreamed of girls and gold, where they danced by the light of the moon. At morn, at noon, that catchy tune beats the silvery moon and the loon, 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 where the Buffalo Gals have learned to croon, make love to the man in the moon. This Irish lad with a gold of pan, a grub stake and a mushing van, their sleigh bells jingled and the huskies ran for the Buffalo Gals at Nome. This laddie's heart the lone wolf wail along the trail o'er hill and dale, and the call of the Buffalo Gals as they danced by the light of the moon. To the huskies sung by the light of the moon, of the Buffalo Gals to the buffalo croon. Oh, Buffalo Gals, are you coming out tonight to dance by the light of the moon? But he reached Nome in a sorry plight, and the Buffalo Gals were out of sight. They were using ruse by the boreal light, making eyes at the man in the moon. And soon this hero reached his goal. He gambled some and lost his roll. The Buffalo Gals went in their hole, where they stay with the man in the moon. And now that's all my buffalo song. Don't get me wrong, that trail is long. Look any night when the moon is bright at the Buffalo Gals at Nome. Oh, Buffalo Gals, are you coming out tonight? Coming out tonight, are you coming out tonight? Oh, Buffalo Gals, are you coming out tonight? Dance by the light of the moon. Well, my mother learned me this song. It seems though she had made a trip way up in Idaho and was there several years. When she came home back, she sung us this song. And the title is Chief Bite Sky. That was early in the 80s, I think. In autumn, when evening was spreading, her pinions of darkness o'er, in numbers the Indians came treading, approaching Niagara Falls. For the laws of tradition had taught them that one of their tribe every year at the casting of lot should be chosen to pass down the falls without fear. The chieftain had only one daughter. He loved her as well as his life. Possessing the bravest he taught her, she feared not, though costing her life. They thought that the chieftain would surely have them to cast lots for once more. But nothing unfair did he claim her. She left them and marched up to shore. A coffin canoe and a paddle lie waiting for her to step in. Long farewell to pony and saddle, long farewell to quest and kin. And just as the moonbeam was sparkling to gather in its bright beam, she quickly pushed out her boat light and slept silently rode down the stream. Stop it.
Sure. Could you find it in?
No, I can't.
Now, the bank, remember a boat has been skimming?
Where is it?
Yeah.
Now out of the bank of the river, a boat is seen skimming the tide. Oh, see how he loveth his daughter. He taketh his place by her side. But one weeps alone in the moonlight. On the night comes a pitying cry from a mother who makes her heart quiver. For daughter and cheek in bright sky. That's right. As she was passing down the main, she met 3 vessels, they coming from Spain. She hailed the captain as he passed by, and there inquired for her sweet sailor boy. Oh, Captain, Captain, tell me true, does my love William sail with you? Oh, no, fair lady, he's not here. He's drowned in the sea, my dear. Near Rocky Isle that we passed by, there we lost your sweet sailor boy. She wrung her hands, she tore her hair, just like a lady in despair. She rowed her boat against a rock, and then we knew her heart was broke. Go dig my grave both wide and deep, place a marble stone at my head and feet, and on my breast place a turtle dove, to let the world know I died for love. She wrung her hands, she tore her hair, just like a lady in despair. She rowed her boat against a rock, and then we knew her heart was broke.
Hey, tell what it is. Who's singing it?
What?
Tell what it is. Tell the name of the song.
This is a old song that was sung by the settlers of Sutter's Fort in the early days in California, and sung by George Graham of San Jose.
Where did you learn it? Where did you learn it?
I learned this song from my mother when I was about 7 years old in Iowa. The Battle of Fredericksburg, one of the old songs. It was just before the last fierce charge, 2 soldiers drew their rein. A parting word and a touch of the hand, they might never meet again. One had blue eyes and curly hair, 19 but a month ago. He had red on his cheek and down on his chin. He was only a boy, you know. The other was tall and dark and stern. His faith in this world was dim. He only trusted the more in those who were all this world to him. They had rode together on many a raid and marched for many a mile, and ever till now had they met the foe with a calm and hopeful smile. But now they looked in each other's face with a horrible, ghastly gleam. The tall, dark man was the first to speak, saying, "Charlie, my hour has come. We'll ride together up yonder's hill, but you'll ride back alone. And I would ask you some trouble to take for me when I am gone. You'll find a picture upon my breast, I'll wear it into the fight, with dark blue eyes and clustering curls, and a face like morning light. Like morning light was she to me, she gladdened a lonely life. Ah, little cared I for the frowns of this earth, she promised to be my wife. Write to her, Charlie, when I am gone, send back the fair fond face, and tell her, oh tenderly, how I died, and where is my resting place. Tell her my soul will wait for her on the borderlands between the heavens and earth until she comes. It won't be long, I ween. Tears filled the blue eyes of the boy. His voice grew weak with pain. I'll do your bidding, come not mine, if I ride back again. But if you ride back and I am dead, you must do as much for me. My mother at home must hear the news. Write to her tenderly. She has prayed at home like a waiting saint, her fond face white with woe. Her heart will be broken when I am gone. I shall see her soon, I know. One after another of those she loved, she has buried both husband and sons. I was the last at my country's call. She cheered and sent me on. Just then the order came to charge, an instant hand touched hand. I answered aye, and on we went with that brave devoted band. Right over the crest of the hill we went, where the rebels with shot and shell poured rounds of death in our toiling ranks, and jested as we fell. We turned with a horrible dying yell from heights that we could not gain, and those who death and doom had spared rode slowly back again. But among the dead that was left on the field was the boy with the curly hair, and the tall dark man that rode by his side lay dead beside him there. Left none to write to the blue-eyed girl the words her lover had said, and the mother that waits at home for her boy must but learn that he is dead. She never will know the last fond thought that has sought to soften her pain until she crosses the river of death and stands by his side again. Right, bye-bye, see you tomorrow. This song, I'm sorry to tell you, is the title is The Devil Out of Hell. There was an old man lived down at the barn. He had no horses to plow up his corn, come a tootin' and hero. He saddled his hogs all ready to plow, and turned up the furrow the devil knows how, come a tootin' and hero. He turned up the furrow, the devil knows how, come a tootin' and hero. The old devil himself, he did appear. 'Tis one of your family that I must have now, come a tootin' and hero. I know it, I am undone. I fear it is my oldest son, come a tootin' and hero. Oh no, it ain't your oldest son, but it is your darned old scolding wife, come a tootin' and hero. Go take her with all my heart. I hope you two devils may never part, come a tootin' and hero. He shouldered her up all on his back. And like an old fool he went packing his pack, come a tourin' and hero. And when he got back to hell again, he opened the gates and bid her go in, come a tourin' and hero. Poor little devils peeped over the chain. She picked up the shovel and beat out their brains, come a tourin' and hero. Four more devils peeped over the wall. Go take her back home or she'll murder us all, come a tourin' and hero. He shouldered her up all on his back. And like an old fool he went packing her back, come a tourin' and hero. Here is your darned old scolding wife. She ain't fit for heaven, we wouldn't have her in hell, come a tourin' and hero. That's all, that's enough. The title of this song is Down Around the Coast of the Barbaree. Oh, it's two gallant ships from England they did sail, so high, so low, and so sailed we. It was one the Prince of Prussia and the other Prince of Wales, cruising around down the coast of the Barbaree. Jump aloft, our gallant captain cried, so high, so low, and so sailed we. Look ahead, look astern, look a larboard, look a lee. Look around down the coast of the Barbaree. Oh, there's nothing ahead, and there's nothing astern. So high, so low, and so sailed we. But the wind is on the breakers, and the lofty ship is seen, cruising around down the coast of the Barbaree. But the wind is on the breakers, and the lofty ship is seen, cruising around down the coast of the Barbaree. Oh, hail her, the gallant captain cried, so high, so low, and so sailed we. Are you a man of war or a privateer, said he, cruising around down the coast of the Barbaree? Are you a man of war or a privateer, said he, cruising around down the coast of the Barbaree? I am not a man of war nor a privateer, said he, so high, so low, and so sailed we. But I am a sassy pirate and I'm waiting for my prey, cruising around down the coast of the Barbaree. But I am a sassy pirate and I'm waiting for my prey, cruising around down the coast of the Barbaree. Then his two-sided broadside these two lofty ships did pour, so high, so low, and so sailed we, till at length the Prince of Prussia shot away the pirate's mast, cruising around down the coast of the Barbaree. Oh, for quarters, the saucy pirate cried, so high, so low, and so sailed we. But the quarters that we'll give you, we will sink you in the sea, cruising around down the coast of the Barbaree. But the quarters that we'll give you, we will sink you in the sea. And of course we sunk him in the sea, and that was the last of that poor fellow. My wife, you've convinced me, I'll argue no more, for I never once thought of you dying before. My children, I love them, although they are small, but yourself I do value most highly of all. Then I'll stick to my farm, and I'll suffer no loss, for the stone that keeps rolling will gather no moss. Your house may be plundered and burned to the ground, and your wife and your children lie murdered around. My wife, you've convinced me, I'll argue no more, for I never once thought of you dying before. My children, I love them, although they are small, but yourself I do value most highly of all. Let it go. Last night I was weeping, dear mama, as Willie came down by the gate, and he whispered, come out in the moonlight, I've something to say to you, Kate. Oh, mama, to him I am dearer than all in this wide world beside, for he told me so out in the moonlight, and he called me his darling, his bride. Whippoorwill, whippoorwill, hear the first whippoorwill song. Oh, my darling, will you meet me when you hear the first whippoorwill song? Oh, mama, we'll gather wild roses to wreathe in my long wavy hair, and when Willie comes down in the evening, he'll smile to see me so fair. Whippoorwill, whippoorwill, hear the first whippoorwill song. Oh, my darling, will you meet me when you hear the first whippoorwill song?
Bacon biscuits, baby, bacon good and brown. Wanna get my breakfast, I'm Alabama bound. Walking in my sleep, baby, walking in my sleep. Down Dixie line, walking in my sleep.
The title, as I know it, is When Mary Laid Her Down to Sleep. It's a very ancient ghost song, I should judge to be, and is sung today by George Vinton Graham, San Jose, California, October 1937. I learned this song from my mother when I was a very small boy. She knew a great many old songs, and she told me she had taken them from a book that her father had, a song book that he prized very much. And his name was Abijah Tuttle. He was an old veteran, Civil War veteran. When Mary laid her down to sleep, Her thoughts were far on sands at sea. She from her pillow softly raised her head to see who there might be, when soft and low a voice she heard, saying, "Mary, weep no more for me." "O maiden dear, thyself prepare, we soon shall meet upon that shore, where love is free from every care, and thou and I shall part no more." Loud crew the cock, the shadow flew, no more of Sandys could she see, and fast the passing spirit said, "Sweet Mary, weep no more for me."